On a seemingly ordinary autumn day in 2010, a tragedy unfolded that would send shockwaves through a small Welsh community and across the UK. It was a story of friendship turned fatal, of a young life taken far too soon. This is the chilling and heartbreaking case of Joshua Davies and Rebecca Aylward. How could a once close friendship turn into something so dark, leading to an unthinkable crime? Let's take a deeper look at what happened and the tragic consequences that followed. Joshua Davies and Rebecca Aylward were both 15-year-old teenagers from Maesteg, South Wales. They met while in school and struck up a close friendship that soon turned into a romantic relationship. Rebecca, by all accounts, was described as bright, kind-hearted, and full of potential. She had a loving family and close friends who adored her. On the surface, Joshua seemed like any other teenager, but behind the scenes, his behavior began to raise concerns. The two eventually broke up, but Rebecca, still caring for Joshua, hoped they could remain friends. However, what she didn't know was that Joshua harbored dark thoughts about her. He began making alarming comments to his friends about hurting Rebecca. To them, it seemed like a twisted joke. After all, no one believed he would actually follow through. But behind his jokes lay a deadly intent. Joshua had even made a bet with his friends, a bet over a free breakfast at a local cafe, that he would kill Rebecca. It seemed too outrageous to be true, something his peers didn't take seriously. How could someone they knew joke about something so horrific? They dismissed it, thinking it was just talk, but it wasn't. On October 23, 2010, Joshua invited Rebecca to meet him under the pretense of wanting to rekindle their friendship. Rebecca, trusting him, agreed and arranged to see him, excited about the possibility of mending their relationship. What followed was an unspeakable act of violence. In a secluded area of woodland, Joshua brutally attacked Rebecca, beating her to death with a rock. The violence was premeditated and cold-hearted. After the murder, he texted his friends, as if it was just another day, claiming he had completed the horrific act. Rebecca's lifeless body was left alone in the woods, a tragic end for a young girl who thought she was meeting an old friend. When Rebecca didn't return home, her worried family immediately reported her missing. The community came together to search for her, hoping for the best, but fearing the worst. It wasn't long before Rebecca's body was discovered. Joshua, who had been pretending to help in the search, was quickly arrested. What was most shocking was how calmly he tried to shift the blame onto others, even accusing his best friend of being involved. However, the evidence was overwhelming. Joshua's own friends, many of whom were shocked and disgusted by his actions, came forward, revealing the disturbing comments and the bet he had made. It was clear that this was not a crime of passion, but a premeditated act of violence. In July 2011, Joshua Davies stood trial for the murder of Rebecca Aylward. Despite his attempts to avoid responsibility, the court found him guilty. The judge, in sentencing him to a minimum of 14 years in prison, described him as manipulative and calculating. Rebecca's family, heartbroken by the loss of their beloved daughter, spoke of the devastating impact her death had on their lives. They were left to mourn not only the future she was meant to have, but also the senseless nature of her death. The case shocked the nation and raised serious questions about teenage violence, mental health, and the importance of taking threats seriously, even when they seem unbelievable. Rebecca Aylward's murder was a senseless tragedy that forever changed her family and community. It serves as a stark reminder of how quickly friendships can turn dangerous and how easily warning signs can be missed or dismissed. Joshua Davies, once a young boy with a seemingly normal life, made a choice that not only destroyed Rebecca's life, but also his own. Today, Rebecca is remembered for the kind and loving person she was, and her story stands as a powerful lesson. Threats of violence should never be ignored, no matter how unlikely they may seem. If you or someone you know is facing bullying, threats, or troubling behavior, speak up. It could make all the difference. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to stay informed about more true crime stories like this, and let's always remember those lost to violence. Thank you for watching this tragic and heartbreaking story. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Ultimate Silent Crime for more true crime content, and turn on the notifications so you never miss an upload.